So this is one in a series of videos documenting the process of constructing a wood-fired timber frame sauna. In previous videos, I covered a walkthrough of the CAD design, cutting poplar lumber at my friend's farm in Pennsylvania, raising the frame, building the roof. We got started on building the walls and built a fieldstone hearth. In this video, we'll finish out the walls and the electrical for the sauna. Each wall section is secured to the slab through the sill using those lag bolts I installed earlier. Since the front wall is only 3 inches thick, I decided to add an extra ½ inch layer of rigid foam insulation to give it an unbroken insulation layer. The inside walls of the sauna are lined with a foil backing paper. For the sauna interior siding, I'm using eastern white cedar that was cut from my father's farm in southern Ontario. I had previously milled all of the boards to their final dimensions, and here I'm using my shaper to cut the tongue and groove edges on the boards. While I was in the shop doing that, Catherine was out at the sauna, applying an extra coat of linseed oil finish on the frame. Each of the exterior walls could be built in complete sections, and then just stood up on the slab and bolted to the sills. The walls were then secured with a frame using 6-inch timber lock screws. The siding boards near the hearth had to be scribed to fit tightly against the contours of the rocks. For the inside of the walls lining the change room, I'm just using mold-resistant drywall. For the sauna lighting, I'm using heat and moisture resistant LED puck lights, which I installed in the spaces above the ridge beam between the rafters. Later I will install some LED strip lighting above the beams in the sauna and underneath the edge of the seating. And I just realized that I forgot to put the foil backing behind that part of the wall. We're going to live with that. Okay, so tonight's walkthrough is notable because we have finally lost the extension cord that has connected the sauna to the house for the last 2.5 months. And we have power in the sauna. And lighting. The inside wall between the sauna and the change room is insulated with 3.5-inch thick fiberglass bats. During construction, I was fairly regularly visited by my neighbor's rooster. He's named Cortez, and it seems fairly fitting since clearly he's something of an explorer. The final exterior wall for the side of the change room includes a window. Here I'm framing that out. Then, like the other walls, I install the drywall and stand up the wall and fasten it to the frame.
And we forgot to turn on the video camera for the putting up of the wall. Oh well.
For the exterior insulation, I used 3.5-inch thick fiberglass bats in the 2x4 walls. I then installed some 2x3 strapping run horizontally. And then between the straps, I installed 1.5-inch thick rigid foam insulation. The strapping is there primarily to allow us to secure the board and batten siding, which will be installed later. Near the floor by the wood stove and up near the peak of the roof of the sauna, I installed some vents. These I framed with some simple plywood boxes and covered with some roofing vents I found at Home Depot. Around the base of the walls, I installed some window drip flashing. Then the building got wrapped with some house wrap. I then prepped for the window using some rubber flashing and seal everything up with some Tyvek tape. I then put down a bead of silicone caulking around the window frame, lift the window into place, and nail through the flashing and into the studs behind. I then finished up my exterior wiring details, including a GFCI outlet at the back of the sauna that will be used for outdoor lighting, and another near the sauna front porch.
Can you steal a kiss on my way by?
On film.
Oh, are you serious?
Then I trimmed out the window using the same Eastern white cedar that I used for the tongue and groove paneling. Well, that's probably enough for one video. If you've made it this far, thanks for following along. In the next video, we'll pick things up with installing the board and batten siding. Then I'll have to make some doors, install the wood stove, and make some sauna benches. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please click that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.